Hey guys, it's your girl Etta, and here I am once again to give you some tangible take home tips. So, we can talk about burnout all day, and we will, but we're not going to talk about it all day. We'll probably talk about it in less than 15 minutes. So, I'm going to give you a few guidance, I guess, to avoid burnout without quitting too often. And the reason why I built Etta Rosa LLC consulting firm was because I saw really good legal professionals leave in the legal industry because they were environments that just didn't feed them well, didn't feed their ambition, their motivation, their willingness to grow both financially and skill and everything and all around, didn't support them in their most time of need when they were burnt out and anxious. And unfortunately, this is pretty normal, right? Burnout is normal in the legal industry. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to quit. You don't have to abandon your post. We just have to protect our mental health, right? And we need a reset, maybe like a mindset shift on how we actually do that, right? How we actually work. And we can set boundaries. And there's many things that I'm going to give you at the end of the video that are practical resets. You know me, I'm all about tangible stuff. But before we get into all that, I want you to know and understand how to identify this, right? So, we're going to spot some signs that I usually see, especially when we're training and team building, a couple of signs. When you're chronically exhausted, I'm not talking about a little nap here and there and you're up and running. No, we all get exhausted. We all have a lot going on in our lives. But, something that sleep is not going to fix, something that I'll give you an example. Maybe you are sleeping and you wake up and you say all of a sudden, oh my goodness, did I do that? Did I file that? Did I prepare that? Did I draft that? Did I call that person back? Whatever the case may be, that right there is chronic exhaustion. That's what's creating chaos. That's what's creating mental chaos, emotional chaos, and most importantly, physical. That's your body telling you, ding, 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 there's something wrong. So that is probably the most typical sign that I see. We also see cynicism towards clients or colleagues. This is a big one. When we are being cynical with our clients, our colleagues, when we're being catty, when we're being moody, all the things, that's usually a sign that we're getting to the burnout line or we're already there. We're sitting on it and we're swinging. All right. Another one is dropping the ball on little details that like, oh my goodness, I've done this so long. How did I drop that ball? That's not very normal of me. What is going on? Right there, we're going to the burnout. Next one is if you're nodding your head right now, that's not laziness, that's burnout. So if you said ding, ding, ding to any or all three, hello, you're in the right place. And we're going to let you know why burnout hits legal pros so hard because I want you to know how to identify it, why you're going through it, and then I'll give you your tips. All right. So just bear with me a couple more minutes, guys. We're almost there to give you the answers that you're so looking for. So we want this. It's like a fight or flight mode, right? So we're always on that fight or flight mode. We're in that constant urgency. Everything is urgent. Everything is a priority and everything has to be done now, not tomorrow, not in a couple hours, right now. And if you're one of those that have multiple managers, multiple attorneys, multiple people providing you with directives, and or you're the person providing and delegating and doing all the things, it works vice versa, guys. This is not just for legal support staff. This is not just for managers or business owners. This is for everyone involved, right? Because if somebody is unstable mentally or is going through it, burnout, anxiety at the top, it's going to trickle down. And if it's kind of like a chain, right? If one of the little hooks on that chain is loosening up, the whole chain is going to loose up eventually and it's just going to snap. See the chain up here? Yeah, look at that. I didn't even think about that. Anyway, I digress. So, constant urgency is definitely one of the reasons why you're on high alert all the time because you're getting all these multiple things all at once and you're on fight or flight mode. That's really where you're at. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We do have a podcast episode that talks about fight or flight and burnout and anxiety. So feel free. I will add that to the description and you can feel free to listen to it. Perfectionism, we all know it, right? Fear of mistakes, A-type personality. We want everything to be on point, all the I's dotted, all the T's crossed. And granted, it comes with the legal industry mindset, right? We have to be perfect. We have to have everything. We cannot do anything wrong. And that unfortunately creates a lot of pressure on us, right? Because we're constantly trying to be in that mode. We're constantly trying to struggle with the priorities and struggle with, oh, but it has to be perfect. That's why it's not done yet, right? So that constant push and pull. Culture that glorifies overwork. I cannot stress enough when I was a full time paralegal for over 15 years, probably 20 years at that point. I cannot stress enough how many paralegals, legal support staff, attorneys themselves, managers, owners, vendors, providers, how many legal professionals in general would gloat and actually be proud of their burnout, of how they over, they just, I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe it? But I got everything done. And it's like, no, that's not normal. Like, that shouldn't be, this should not be normal. So they gloat about it. They're like, oh, well, it took me, last minute. I had to prep for the trial, this and that. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, red flag. That is red, red, red. Like my hair and everything else is red, red flag. All right. We mistake adrenaline for success, but it's just a countdown to the clock, to the tick, 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 to the burnout. Okay. So I want you to know that all these three things that I just highlighted: constant urgency, priorities spitting at you day in, day out, perfectionism, fear of mistakes, everything has to be on point all the time, 100%, no mistakes needed, no room for error, all the things, everything has to be perfect. And that culture that glorifies that actually is like, yeah, great job for staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning and finding the golden ticket. That is just not adrenaline, guys. This is anxiety. That's what it is. I don't know if you guys seen the movie Inside Out, the second one where they introduce anxiety. Perfect. Like, if you don't watch the movie, you just fast forward it to where they introduce that character. And at the end, when she actually blows up and flips a lid, that's exactly what you're going through. It's that tick, 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 perfectionism, tick, 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 priorities. I got to fit in. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to be perfect. And then all of a sudden, she just explodes, literally spins out of control. That is the perfect example that I can provide you for you non-cartoon watchers or parents. In my case, that's why I watched it. Definitely check it out. Not getting sponsored by them, but it was a great illustration for that. So now that I've given you more stress, probably, and you're probably nodding your head like, okay, yes, I know all of this. I am super aware that this is everything that's happening. Let's go for the practical resets. All right. So I am not going to tell you to, journal and do yoga. That's you, boo. If you want to do it, I love doing it. I love yoga personally. Y'all know I'm a yogi. I love journaling. Yes, sir. But you can do something as quick as a 10-minute walk, or even simpler than that, actually take your lunch break. A lot of us don't even do that. So take your lunch break, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Step away from the desk, guys. Step away from the working area and actually look at your food. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at your laptop. Shut everything off. Do not disturb hour or 30 minutes or whatever it is, and simply just enjoy a meal. Right? I know this is like mind blowing stuff for you guys, but these are things that we don't think about. So, a little 10-minute walk, actually taking your lunch, actually taking your breaks if you're entitled to like 5-10 minute breaks. If you're not a smoker, and you do it, walk, don't smoke. I don't promote smoking, but go for the walk, take your break, like actually do it. But I don't have time for that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Watch our time management video if you need tips on how to do that. Anyway, my most pet peeve and what we train on the most is boundaries. And a lot of people don't know what that means. A lot of people are like, I mean, I have boundaries. No, you don't. If you're on the verge of burnout, anxiety, perfectionism, type A personality, everything needs to get done, you do not have boundaries. Boundaries are no emails after X amount of time. Boundaries are, I'm going to take a do not disturb hour, 30 minutes, whatever it is, whatever that looks like, with no notifications. Y'all know this about me. My phone is permanently on do not disturb. See, there's no notifications on here because I permanently have everything on do not disturb. You do not have access to me until I am ready, until we have a meeting set, a chat set. But Etta, I'm a full-time paralegal. I'm a full-time employee. I can't do that. You own your business. You're your own boss. Okay, good point. Here's another point. Next time you get interrupted, you got to let them know, hey, I have X, Y, and Z to do. Is this more important than that? What do you want me to do? The other person told me this, that, ba, ba, ba. And if you continuously snap them back into reality, letting them know that if they continuously have access to you, nothing will get done and mistakes will continuously be made and deadlines will continuously be missed if they don't let you do what you need to do. If they don't provide you the tools and the training, say, Etta, my girl, I need you. We need you at the law firm because we need your help. I'm here for you. Anything. Help is available, guys. Help is available. We love to, not to get on a tangent here, but we love to have problems to every solution. And Einstein is a great example of that. He said the most unhappy people are the ones that continuously find problems to solutions. Guys, there's a solution to everything. You can figure it out. You are big people. You could do it. All right. Another thing is we got to fix the systems. So you got to organize your workflows so you're not in a constant reactive mode. You got to be more proactive. Create your own internal systems if the law firm's not willing to provide you with consulting or training or team building and everything that we provide. Reach out to our Limitless Academy. Maybe you can take a few courses and, take the courses and see what you can learn. We have a whole thing on time management and branding and all the things. Check it out. And also support, guys. I mean, I don't know why we're so afraid to go to therapy. I never, I don't know where this originated from. It was probably decades before we were even born, where this was inherited and ingrained in our brains that if we go to therapy, we're somehow crazy. I mean, I'm okay with being crazy. Like, look at Harley Quinn. I'm okay with it. I'm totally channeling Harley Quinn day in and day out. I have no issues with that. But the thing is, it works. If you find the right person, you find the right resources, it's not that expensive. There are plenty of virtual therapy options that you can do through your insurance. There's apps, there's on demand, there's chats if you just want to chat and you don't feel comfortable talking. There at this day and age in 2025, there is no excuse. Okay. Again, we like to find problems to every solution. So if you want therapy and you think therapy is going to help you or you just want to test it out, I suggest you do it. Very highly suggested. It totally changed my world. I was one of those people that were afraid to go to therapy. I finally found someone that was willing to sit down with me in person. I'm a more person to person kind of girl, but that's me. Doesn't have to be that way for you. And it worked. It was great. It was mind blowing. It was just talk therapy, no prescriptions, no nothing. I literally just talked it out to someone that's non biased, that's almost like a mediator, right? Just think of it that way. And it was amazing. I definitely, aside from that, I have mentors. I have a business consultant. I have a support team. I ask for support constantly, day in and day out. I have my best friend. I have my sisters. I have everybody checking in on me consistently, not on my request, just because they love me. And that is so important to have a strong support system. And I am going to tell you this. It was really hard for me to pivot from being a paralegal to consulting to running this, what we now call the Limitless Academy and what we're calling Etta Enterprises. And the Etta era, if you follow me on LinkedIn, which my friend Tony is amazing. Tony Sip, if you don't know who he is, check him out. He's one of the co-hosts of the Paralegal Voice. Shout out Tony. But I realized that I was running on fumes, right? Like I was freaking out because I didn't know if this was really going to work out for me, if people were really going to like my content, if I was going to be enough. And I went through all of it, guys. And once I set these like non-negotiables, these boundaries, my family dinner, my weekends are off, after 5, I'm out. My performance skyrocketed. My views, my podcast downloads, everything just went and it just clicked. And it was so amazing on how a simple mindset shift and really being stern on your boundaries and your mental health and your support system and you're only as good as the 5 people that you surround yourself. And oh, is that so true? I always thought these were cliches. Dude, it works. Y'all know that I wouldn't tell you anything that doesn't work. This works. So you don't have to leave law to find peace. You just need to stop pouring into empty cups. Protect your energy, guys, and you'll protect your career. So, whatever that looks like for you, I hope you strive. I hope you continue to just soar in so many ways because you can. All right. Until justice is served, I'll be here. Bye, guys.